Good evening, humans. TyrannosaurusMoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the Marvel Legends MCU Ironheart figure from Hasbro. Generally, I stay away from the MCU stuff, just I don't tend to like the redesigns. However, this one looks amazing, and it's Toku as hell. So, yeah, it's a really fun figure, and I'm excited to look at it. So let's get right in this review. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this figure looks boss as hell, and like I said, it looks very Toku. It looks like it would fit in with Power Rangers, Kamen Rider, any of that, and that's really what attracted me to this design. And honestly, I don't know anything about Ironheart, Riri Williams, or any of that. Like, just very, very little from what I've gleaned from other reviewers with the Ironheart figure, the comic Ironheart figure that came out either earlier this year or late last year. But I love that suit, but I absolutely adore this one. The color scheme is great. The blacks and the reds just interplay very, very nicely, especially because it's a matte black against a shiny red. The spots of blue absolutely pop here in this design, and it's executed very, very well. Only a couple of issues with mine in terms of paint, like a little bit of splotch there, and I think there's another one that I can't remember where it was, but overall it looks great. The eyes, they kind of have this like white in the center, and it kind of grades out into a light blue, which looks very, very nice. The gold is very, very solid and consistent throughout. Just looks very, very nice. And obviously with all the jetpack and the arm guards, it looks a little more balanced, but even here just looks very, very cool. And all the articulations worked in well. It's pinless all around. So just a very cool looking figure of a fantastic design. So yeah, just that's aesthetics. We get a fantastic loadout of accessories because this is considered a deluxe figure, so let's not waste any time and get right into it. We get a couple of head sculpts right out of the box. We do get the helmeted head, as we had seen in the previous sections, and then we get a fantastic likeness of actress Dominique Thorne. Let's see if I can get this to focus. There we go. And great sculpt all around, good paint, nice and clean. So that is awesome. We get a couple of hands right out of the box. We get our fists, and then we get a couple of kind of gripping / repulsor blast hands. You can see the holes there in the middle. And that will segue into our effects pieces. So we do get those repulsor blasts, and those will port into the hands, also the bottom of the feet. Then we get a couple of these smoke effects for those repulsor blasts. We've seen these a lot with a lot of Marvel Legends recently. This is my first time having these, getting a figure that has these, and they look awesome. I love that, like, kind of nice, clear, there's the right level of translucency on that gray plastic. So definitely very, very nice there. And then we finally get a couple of the kind of blue fire effects for the jets themselves. I can get that to focus. There we go. So as you can see, nice translucent blue, just like the repulsor blasts, and those go in to these rocket pieces themselves. So you can see some nice air vents, the same black, red, gold scheme. Gold's a little more subdued on these because it is the gold plastic, not the paint. And these effects pieces just port in right there. And there you go. So finally, we have this kind of railgun arm piece, which looks awesome. I'm not sure if it is a railgun, but it looks like one, and just really well done with the paint, like silver, blue. And this just kind of has a port here. All you have to do is take off one of the hands and just slide this right on. There's no peg or anything like that in there. It just kind of holds on, and it's really nice and tight, so that works. You can see this hole on the bottom here. That is for our last accessory, which is this hose, which goes from here. You can see that just ports in like that, and that ports into the back of these rocket pieces, and it can port into either side, so you can have it on either side of the figure. So that's accessories. Articulation here is definitely very, very good, especially considering the form factor. So let's break it down as we normally do. So right here at the head, we have our ball joint and hinge, and with all the room we have under that head, we get perfect up, like absolutely made for flight poses. They killed it there. Can absolutely bury the chin, so you can get perfect down. You even get room for tilt. So just really just nailed it on the head articulation. Come to the arms, our shoulders are hinge and swivel, and not quite reaching our T. We do get a lot of movement with, pardon me, this shoulder piece. As you can see, it kind of goes right into the body, but it just kind of stops it right before it reaches to the actual T-pose. We get a bicep swivel, get double jointed elbows folding completely in half, a little bit of squaring off, but it has happened before. So, definitely not a problem, but worth noting. Then we get to the hands, we are hinge and swivel. Those are all horizontal. Come to our diaphragm and we have a ball joint there. So we're coming around. Unfortunately, no crunch whatsoever, just does not go forward, which is a little sad. And but we do get a little bit of arch back. And obviously there's our neutral / forward, and we even get some tilt there. So that's always nice. Then we come down to the hips, and a lot more range than I expected, especially with these disc pieces as part of the hip assembly, and almost splits. Not completely, but again, it's armor. Don't expect full splits, so definitely happy with that. Then we have thigh swivel. We have double jointed knees, folding pretty much completely in half. Again, impressive considering the bulk here. And then the feet, and this is where it gets real interesting. So we have a hinge here for the kind of foot assembly, and so we get all the way forward, all the way back, and then in terms of rocker, these toe piece and the heel piece are actually on a rotation joint, so you can come all the way around, and that will help you with lunges and all that sort of stuff. So really cool there, and overall great articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here she is with some other Marvel Legends, with some other Hasbro and some Mattel, with some imports, with some monsters. Finally, with an articulated icons Oni, and yours truly in human form as an articulated icons ninja. So my final thoughts on the Marvel Legends MCU Ironheart figure is that this is an awesome figure. Honestly, like I said, I absolutely adore the design, and because of the way it is designed, it has limitless crossover potential, certainly with various tokusatsu properties. And that alone, I think, makes it worth picking up, but also the sculpt being beautiful, the amount of accessories you get with it, and just the articulation being really inventive, all point to just, absolutely pick this up for various reasons. And I will be putting links in the description below to where you can pick yours up. This is pretty much available everywhere. I found this in a Target. It's available on various online retailers. So I'll just include links below to where you can pick up yours as well. So that being said, I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining. If you did, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and or sharing. If you want to take it to the next level, help me even more, which I truly appreciate. The ways to do that will be listed at the bottom of that description. So with all that being said, thank you for watching, and I hope you take care of yourself, take care of those around you, and most importantly, stay weird, simians.